So welcome everyone to the digital cookie training for parents and leaders. We're so happy that you could join us today. Today we are honored to have our special guest all the way from GSUSA, Heather Law, provide information regarding digital cookies. So with that, take it away, Heather.
All right, excellent. I will bring up the screen and share it and make it bigger. There we go, excellent. All right, well, thanks everyone. So we're gonna go through parent training and then we'll move into some troop leader training. We're doing the parent training first because if you're a leader, there's a good chance that you're also a parent and that the information that the parents have is gonna be important for you to know as well. So we're including that here. So I'm excited to be here as I always am with my friends in Chicago. So I am a Northwest Illinois native and graduated from Illinois State and then left and moved to Oregon and I worked for Girl Scout Council and now work for GSUSA. So all around the country, because I'm actually in New York tonight where it's snowing and I'm very excited. So, so we're going to talk about digital cooking. I'm going to jump right in here. We're going to walk through setting up your site and really learning about how to use digital cookies. So we'll go ahead and jump in. So the first is just a note if you're like, well, digital cookie, do I really need to use it? We have seen, this is our 8th year of digital cookie, and the sales numbers have really borne it out. So if a girl is going door to door, for a customer, she's going to get about 4 packages or even an in-person sale, maybe like at a booth. The average customer order is about 4 packages. So what we've learned with digital cookie over the years is that the average order on digital cookie is actually larger than that. You can see how it splits out by type of order. So 6.5 overall, a little lower for cookies in hand, but it's still almost 5 packages that they might be purchasing from a booth, whereas they might purchase 4 without it. We think this is a combination of things, both the ability to use a credit card makes it, you're not limited to the cash on hand. Of course, everyone has credit cards these days. Also, just that ability to think about your order instead of having, the pressure of having, an adorable daisy at your door with an order card and, just really got to make that decision and go from there. The customers have time to kind of think about their order and maybe talk themselves into another kind of cookie they haven't tried before, read about it and all that. Now, that's not to say that digital is the only way that girls should sell. So our intent has always been since the beginning that digital is just another way that girls sell. So some girls sell door to door and at a booth and digital. So it's just one of the things that helps them, especially reach family and friends that are far away that they can't, easily go door to door and the customers are going to get those shipped. It also, sorry about that, lets them reach customers that maybe they have been customers in the past. So they can, send them an email and it's somebody that the parent has an email address for. They can easily send them an email and let them order and deliver those cookies. But it's never going to get all of their customers. So like, for example, my next door neighbors, I don't have their email address. So my daughter can't just email her site. She's got to go and knock on their door and ask them if they want to purchase cookies. So it's really just one of the ways that girls can participate. If you're the parent of a younger girl, we don't want it to scare you. Setting up your site's very easy. Sending out some emails and seeing the results is easy too. So, there's more extensive things you can do in all parts of the cookie sale, but we just want you to make sure that you're keeping it fun for your Girl Scout here. So setting up your site. So on December 11th, that is in just a few short days, you will receive an email. Whether you're a volunteer or a parent, you will receive 1 email. You won't receive 2 if you're both. It will say register for the digital cookie program and we'll have the email address up here that you see. So look for that. You'll probably have to check your junk spam or promotions. It goes there no matter what. There's nothing we can do to control that. Even I, who eats, sleeps, and breathes digital cookie, it goes to my promotions file in my Gmail as well. So check your check Gmail, check your email, search for digital cookie. You should find the registration email. There'll be a green button at the bottom that says register now. You'll click that button. You'll create a password and use your email address to log in. There will be a safety video that you watch with your Girl Scout. So she should be seeing it. It's actually designed for girls. It's got some animated parts in it and it's just fun. So it's about a 3-minute safety video. So you and your Girl Scout should watch that together. As an adult, you'll approve the terms and conditions. And then there's a safety pledge that we intend for you to read with your Girl Scout that just has her thinking about how she's going to be safe when she's online with digital cookies. So the system has a lot of safety built into it. It doesn't allow back and forth communication with the customer and the girl directly, but just really thinking about all the different ways that she should be safe. After that, if you are a volunteer and a parent, you'll be selecting the role that you want to view when you log in for the first time. If you're a volunteer and have multiple roles, you'll see those here. So you might see, parent or leader of Troop 1234, leader of Troop 1235, or if you're also a service unit manager, you would see that role as well. So you can select the view, which you can change at any time once you're in the system. The last step you're going to be asked to do is actually activate those Girl Scouts if you've chosen the parent role. So all your Girl Scouts would appear, and there's a button that says register. It's really activate. It does allow you to enter their first name if it's something different than the system has. I know lots of girls named Eleanor that might go by Nora or Ellie. So the opportunity to change it to their familiar names, the customers will recognize it. Also, if your girl is 13 or older, you can enter her email address at this point. So girls 13 and older have the option to set up their own digital cookie site and do some of the customer management on their own. You as a parent still have to approve their site and approve their orders, but it just gives them the autonomy that we expect as girls get a little bit older in Girl Scouts and have that progression. Once you set up your site, or once you've registered, you'll set up your site. So the first thing, there's a couple of steps that have to happen. The first is you're going to be asked, you and a Girl Scout, what her target is for how many packages she wants to sell. It will indicate how much that's going to help the troop make. So hopefully the troop has done a goal setting exercise where they've talked about what they want to do with their cookie money, what they're going to sell cookies for. And so she can have that impact of, hey, if I reached my goal of 250 packages, I would help my troop, make $60 for my our trip to the zoo. And the dollars, by the way, are based on your base troop proceeds. So it's how much the troop is getting per box. And she's going to be asked to write her cookie story. It does give her some prompts. So the first part on the left side asks her to tell her customers what her and her troop are going to do with their cookie money. And the right side is what you've learned from selling cookies. Now, maybe she's a new cookie seller and she hasn't yet learned anything. She could absolutely substitute that for what you hope to learn from selling cookies this year. When you've completed each section, you'll click the Save button at the bottom. Then it gets even more fun for the Girl Scout. She gets to upload her own photo or make a video and upload it. There are some images that come in the site that she could use if she wasn't going to use her own photo. And there is a video that comes with it as well. So the girls get to choose what it is they want to do and upload an image or a photo. And at the bottom, they have a green button that says Approve and Publish. So when they click that, they'll get a preview of their site. They can see if the wording looks good, if the photo is what they want. If so, they can, if not, if they need to make a change, they can edit it. If not, they can approve and publish their site. Now, this is where a girl 13 plus, her button would not say approve and publish. It would say submit for approval. So girls 13 plus do that, and the parent or caregiver gets an email saying your Girl Scout has set up her Girl Scout cookie site. Can you approve it? So we want parents and guardians to get the final look at that to make sure the girl's not sharing any personally identifying information, any trademarked photos or videos, photos or videos of people that she doesn't have permission to put out there. If she's doing a fun song, does she have rights to use that song? So just kind of thinking about those things and, helping reinforce the lessons in the safety video about what she can and can't share. So the next thing, once she has her site, is she's going to want to have some customers. So girls can work with you. They can import customers in an Excel file from maybe an address book or, other means, maybe your Christmas card list, your holiday card list. You could import that. People you want, if you're sending them a holiday card, they certainly should want to buy cookies from you. Also, girls can add customers one at a time. That's, maybe we've got most of them on the list or adding a couple. And a great thing is that this list stays from year to year. So as long as the girl is continuing to participate, she'll see her customer list next year. She doesn't have to do anything. It'll just be there waiting for her to sell cookies to them. So when your sale actually starts, the girls will have the ability to send one of 3 marketing emails to their customers. So they'll select, there's a little box in front of the customer name. They'll select one of the 3 emails. One is open for business. Makes sense. They'd send at the beginning of the sale. There's another one that says there's still time. So the system you'll see shows them what email they sent to who and when, and if that customer ordered or not. So if the customer didn't order, they could maybe do a little reminder, right? We all know our email boxes are full, and so are all of the girls' customers. So that little prompt, maybe once or twice throughout the cookie season, hopefully will push that customer into purchasing. There's also a thank you email, so she can see if the customer has purchased, and she can just send that thank you email to them. Although I do encourage you to help your Girl Scout think about, not just an online thank you email, but could they drop a card in the mail to that customer? Or if it's a girl delivery order, could they include a thank you card to the customer as well? So that little personalized touch from the girl, that shows she's not just doing, a standard email from the system that's going to get lost in the customer's email, is going to really help that customer want to purchase cookies from her again and hopefully purchase more. It's also great for the girl too, to be learning that, doing that little extra touch, putting that extra effort in is going to see results. The other thing is once your sale is live, you and your Girl Scout will see a link to her very own digital cookie site. So that link can be copied and it can be put into an email, and girls can customize their own email if they would like, instead of using one of these over here. This is great for older girls who are maybe planning a big trip and trying to raise a lot of money, or planning a service project, or a bronze or silver or gold award project and trying to raise funds for that. So this is a great way for girls to customize the email to their customers. Also, this link can be shared on social media if you're over 13. So girls 13 and over could share it if they have social media. You could talk with your Girl Scout if she's under 13, and you could choose to share it on your social media, along with a message from the Girl Scout so that she's involved in this as well. So the great part is once those links are out and those emails are out, the girl gets to come and she gets to see her progress. So she's going to see how many packages she's gotten so far in cookies. She's going to see some metrics. So how many cookies she sold, what kind of cookies has she sold, how are customers buying them? And this will show her emails. So she might take a look at those and go, oh, I haven't sent out a lot of there's still time emails. Maybe I should send a couple more of those out to remind my customers to purchase cookies. So one of the other tabs that you will see as a parent is an orders tab. You can see all of the orders that under the all orders here that have been placed on your Girl Scouts cookie site. So whether that's a shipped order, a donated order, or an in-person order, you'll see that. With girl delivery orders or in-person delivery orders, there is another step. So you as the parent have to approve those orders within 5 days of it being placed. Don't panic. We will send you an email letting you know you've got orders to approve, and we'll remind you every day. But if the customer wants to deliver cookies, wants the cookies to be delivered to her, you as the parent need to decide, is that somebody I can deliver cookies to? Do they live near me? So maybe this pretend customer here lives in Oklahoma City and you are in Chicago, Northwest Indiana, and have no intention of going to Oklahoma City anytime soon to deliver cookies to this person. So you could decline to take the girl delivery for their order. They will get an email letting them know it was declined and sending the link and encouraging them to purchase cookies for shipping or donation. Maybe you don't have enough product. Maybe this ambitious customer here wanted a bunch of packages. It's 11 packages of a kind of cookie that it's near the end of the sale, and maybe you're out of the lemon cookies and your troop leader says you can't get any more lemons. So you might have to decline the sale, but otherwise, just making sure it's a safe location that you can deliver to and that you can get the cookies, and then you can approve it or choose to decline it. Once you approve it, it'll be waiting for you in an orders to deliver section where you can export those cookie orders. And once you've got all your cookies in your hand, you can export everything, and you and your Girl Scout can pack all those orders that you've gotten that are paid by the customer that you need to deliver. You can just pull this list up and go through and pack the orders. It's just like you would all your order card orders once you've got those cookies in hand. And by the way, you click on the green paid by in order to see the details here and deliver to in this section. So that's how you can see the details of the order. It'll tell you the customer, their full address, when they place the order, and what they have ordered. There's also a tab for games and videos. So lots of great stuff here. It does vary by age level. Like for example, this one you can see is great for daisies or first year sellers. They can print out a little cookie booth and little characters and put them on popsicle sticks and act out their very first cookie booth and make sure that they're understanding how that's going to function. So you have great opportunity to coach them. If you're also a leader, you could print this and take this to a troop meeting as well. That really help the girls understand how to run their cookie sale at a booth. Because we know that, those first year sellers, especially our little ones, are adorable, but get a little wiggly and don't quite know what to do. So practicing is going to help them have a better experience. There's also videos that they can see with other Girl Scout troops who've used their cookie money for travel or take action projects. And there's a couple games in here as well. So you can actually see, you can expand it. There's about 12 different tiles that they can explore different things on, but these are a couple of really fun games that has learning built in. So this helps them learn about Cookie Booth Bounce, helps them learn about the varieties of cookies, and Cookie Crave helps them actually learn save, spend, and give goals. And it's just like Candy Crush, but with Girl Scout cookies. So it's really fun. There's also a tab for badges. So on this, the Girl Scout will see the cookie business badges. There's 2 cookie business badges and the cookie entrepreneur family pin that's available for her. So if she's a daisy, she would see this. If she was a brownie, she'd see the brownie ones and so on. So they'll see the ones that correspond to their age level. They can click on the steps. They can see what they are for the pins, and they can check, I've completed this. At the end, you would connect with the leader to say, hey, I completed this. It doesn't automatically tell the leader. So you need to figure out how to get that pin. It also does have a link to the Girl Scout shop. So you could purchase that if your leader said, that's great, our troop is, that's something the rest of the troop's not earning. Maybe you need to purchase that as an individual. So just connect with the troop leader on that. And we're going to skip here a couple things. This is a generic deck that's for all councils. So I apologize. Some of the stuff is a little bit different for you guys. So shipping this year. So if you participated in the past, maybe you don't exactly remember the details. I know I don't. But the shipping charges and the brackets have changed a little bit. So we used to have cookies that there was one cost at 4 to 6 packages, another at 7 to 8, another at 9 to 10, another at 11 to 12 packages, and it went up every time. So we did have to take a little increase in shipping this year. That's probably not a surprise to you or to your customers. You've seen in the news, there are all kinds of shipping delays everywhere. There's lots of, shortages all across the board. So, we do have a contract with FedEx to deliver the cookies, but, they are experiencing shortage. They're experiencing a lot of things being shipped as well. And so the price did go up this year, but we also were able to remove some of the brackets and simplify that pricing a little bit. So it's not a big increase at the 9 to 12. I think it's only like a 50-cent increase. And at 7 to 8, it's pretty minimal as well. So there is an increase, but again, your customers are probably pretty familiar with having to pay more for shipping. It's not a surprise. It's not just Girl Scout cookies. We just really encourage you to still go ahead and send those links out to the customers that may be interested in purchasing cookies for shipping. If shipping were a major barrier, we wouldn't have much of a platform. As we've gotten links that go viral sometimes for Girl Scouts, customers that don't even know the Girl Scout, they love our cookies. They want to purchase the cookies and they want to support a girl. And they buy cookies for shipping, even without knowing the girl. So when your Girl Scout's sending these out to customers that she knows that are most likely family and friends or previous customers, they want to support the girl. They really want to eat the delicious cookies, and they're willing to pay the shipping price for that. So don't let it be a barrier to sending it out. If the customer doesn't want to purchase for shipping, they don't have to. They could choose another means, or they could even donate a package of cookies if they just were not wanting to eat cookies. Maybe it's the first of the year and they're on their New Year's resolution diet, but they'd like to donate a package of cookies. So giving customers the option to choose to support your Girl Scout or not is absolutely a great way to reach a lot of girls and help your Girl Scout reach your goal. So what do the customers see? So if the girl is sending an email, it will look a little different than this, but the customer will still see that green button that says buy cookies. When they arrive at your site, they will see, if you recognize at the top that the girl has set up her cookie site and her photo or video would be there. So the customer's going to see that. They're going to see how she's doing on her online sales. They'll see all the delicious cookies. If there ever was an instance where we ran out of a kind of cookie and couldn't ship it, they would, just like a regular, e-commerce website, they would see that it was out of stock for shipping. And they'll see the cookies will be priced the same as your cookies at your council. So customers will go ahead and order. They can also donate cookies. They'll choose how they want to get those cookies, and then pretty standard checkout, entering your address. They can enter a gift message that gets printed on the packing slip. Oops. There you go. They also then, if they're ordering for girl delivery, they'll need to choose, if you can't approve that order for the reasons we talked about earlier within 5 days, what would they like to happen with those cookies? Do they want to donate those cookies, or do they want to cancel their order? So the customer has to make a second choice. And if you have to decline the order, that order goes to the customer's second choice. So they also then are going to enter their payment details, of course, and then they'll get a confirmation page. So they'll see their order, they'll get an email with a confirmation as well to know that the order was successful. And if there's next steps, like waiting for the parent to approve an order, they will see that as well. Yeah. So we do have a mobile app. We are in the process of redesigning it. And so it's not quite ready yet. We'll take a look at what it's going to look like. But there is still a mobile app there that you can use as soon as your council enables that. And if you go to the iOS store or the Google Play Store and look at Digital Cookie mobile app, you can download that. And once your season starts and it's enabled by your council, and once your site is set up, you would be able to access the mobile app. So we'll take a look at that real quick. And this is the new one. So this I expect would be out probably in January. You'll update that. So it'll look a little different, but function the same if you're using the old one. So you'll log in. You would select, do you want to log in as one of your, Girl Scout roles, or if you're the leader, you could have a leader role as well. The girl will see her dashboard. She can scroll. And if she scrolls through, she'll see things like, that's not it, sorry. She'll be able to manage her orders, see how many orders she has and things like that. So little order management is here. She can also send her link or the QR code to customers as well. So when she clicks start a new order, she'll see all the delicious cookies. She can add whatever the customer wants. Maybe this customer wants 2 of these and 2 of these and 2 of these and 2 of these. They like round numbers, I guess. And maybe 2 Samoas too, to get to the 10 in their cart here. So she'll add the cookies for the customer. Then they will actually select what kind of delivery option do they want. Do they want those shipped, or they want those to be delivered by the girl, or am I giving the cookies to the customer now? If it's delivered, they will still have to approve the delivery, just like the full website. And you actually, on the app, you can approve all orders, not just ones you took on the app. So if you're in the app already, you might see there's a couple of other orders in there, and you can go ahead and approve them right from your app or decline them. All right, so that's the app. Like I said, January is when we expect that will be out. Once we know a definite date, the council will be informed, and they'll make sure to get the word out on that. And I'm going to pause for questions.
Not a problem. Thanks, Heather, so much. So just a couple of questions. Just want to clarify the games that you mentioned. Are those printable games or online interactive games, or a combination of both?
So those 2 games are online interactive games. There are a lot of printables on the site, but not most of them are more like budgeting or planning or take action project planning. The Daisy booth, cookie booth theater for daisies is printable, but most of the games are actually online and not a printable thing.
Okay, wonderful. And by any chance, is there a QR code as it relates to digital cookie that girls can print?
So they do have on the app, here, where'd it go? They can bring up a QR code right away. And I'm trying to remember, so we're building a new system for next year that will look like the mobile app. And I'm trying to remember if this year, let me go back here and see, I apologize. So many little things in here. If there is a link on her homepage, give me 1 second. Get back here, a couple more screens. It's your rewind review here.
No problem. Not a problem at all. Thank you.
Yep. Too far. Bear with me. Come on, fast forward. I don't. So they can copy the URL, and there's a lot of QR code creators. So on the full site this year, I don't think there's a QR code automatically, but as you saw on the mobile site, there is a QR code that they can automatically get to. So they can just click that and it brings it up for the customer to scan, or you could also screenshot it. You can click QR code and you could take a screenshot of that QR code, and then you can paste the materials as well.
Excellent. And speaking of the mobile app, a couple of questions around that, but really quickly, I know that we're refreshing the mobile app, but if someone happened to have the non-refreshed mobile app, will they lose any orders or?
Nope. Once the app is placed in the order, if they're using the existing mobile app, it still lives in Digital Cookie, and it's just like getting a new skin. So just like on your other apps, you might have your banking app, and every once in a while you're like, oh, it looks totally different than last time I used it, but all your banking stuff is still there. Same thing. So it all lives on in the back, and it just gets a new skin.
Okay, excellent. And then just two more really quick questions, and we'll continue to answer questions that are posed, but just want to clarify is that Canada. So we do or we don't deliver cookies to Canada.
No, we cannot sell. So we can't take any credit cards that are not based at a US bank, and we can't deliver outside of the United States. That includes Alaska and Hawaii. We do deliver to APO, FPO, DPO, Guam, Puerto Rico, the US Virgin Islands, and I think one other US territory. So we deliver to US territories, to military and diplomatic bases, and Alaska and Hawaii. There is a surcharge for those, like a $5 surcharge. But we do deliver to those areas, but we can't take credit cards from outside of it.
Okay, excellent. All right, so we're going to continue to answer questions behind the scenes, but thanks, Heather, and you can continue on.
Okay, so the next thing we're going to actually jump to is the volunteer training. So if you are a parent, you absolutely can stay on. Maybe you're going to love it and you're going to help out your troop because they are fantastic people who are leading your troop and helping with cookies, and they could use an extra hand. However, maybe your troop has all those roles filled and you have a different role. Maybe you're the treasurer for the troop and not going to do cookies. So you don't have to stay on as well. But we're going to switch. I'm going to take a little minute here to switch over to a different screen. So bear with me. I get to the volunteer screen here. And that is not the volunteer screen. Hold on.
Not a problem. And thanks everyone for all the great questions. We're typing as quickly as we can.
All right, share screen. Trying this button again here. Okay, that should do it. You should be able to see the troop volunteer training now.
Yes.
All right. So first of all, a big thank you to our troop volunteers who make the cookie sale possible and make the troop possible. Girls, when they join Girl Scouts or think about Girl Scouts, they instantly think about selling cookies. So, your efforts to make that possible for them are greatly appreciated and make a huge difference in their lives. So thank you. So in Digital Cookie, when you log in, as we saw earlier, you can choose between your parent view or your troop view. So if you're choosing your troop view, the first time you come to Digital Cookie, you will see this screen here that says Troop Cookie Site. So you do have a link that you can activate, and that Troop Cookie link serves a couple purposes. A, it appears on our GSUSA Cookie Finder. So after February 17th, we have a cookie finder where anyone who doesn't otherwise know a Girl Scout can say, I want Girl Scout cookies. They are directed here through our media, and they land on girlscoutcookies.org. They type in their zip code, and they can find a cookie booth near them. They can also find a troop who is selling cookies near them. Now that cookie link only enables them to purchase for shipped or donation. So we don't currently have delivery on as an option. So a customer that you don't know can only get a shipped cookie or a donated cookie. So setting up your Troop cookie site enables it to be on the cookie finder. So that's why we're asking here when you come to set it up, what's your zip code? What zip code do you want associated to that? So that's the one that customers use when they search. So think about, are there half your troop in one zip code, half in another, just kind of, you could think strategically about what zip code you're going to use for that. You're also going to designate a troop site lead. So within that, all the volunteers from the troop will appear, and which of the volunteers is going to be the one that manages the troop cookie site. So you'll select that person from the dropdown. That person then will be the troop site lead, and she basically becomes the parent of a girl named Troop 12359. So once that person has been designated, they would go and switch their roles to be parent instead of troop leader. And they would select the girl whose name is Troop 12359 or whatever your troop number is. And you would, in partnership with your Girl Scout troop, set up your site just the same way that girls set up their site. So it's the exact same page. It's really kind of a fake girl on the back end in Ebuddy. And so you set up a site the same way that the girl gets hers set up. So once you set up and approve that site, you'll see this section here shows you have troop cookie links. So this first link here is a link that allows for your troop to offer delivery, shipping or donation, or pickup cookies, which we'll talk about in a little bit here. Below that, you'll see there's a link that you can click here and you can view your shipped only link. So you click here, it'll be very similar looking, but the customer who gets this link at the bottom would only be able to purchase a cookie that is shipped or donated. Whereas the top link, they could choose to purchase a cookie that's delivered or for pickup. So some of the other things on your dashboard here when you come into Digital Cookie as a leader or troop volunteer, you'll see the goal for your how the girls are doing towards their troop goal, and you'll see how your troop link is doing towards making sales. You'll see, and this section has a little more information that just came out, so I don't have a screenshot of it yet, but it'll let you know if you have any orders to approve for your troop link. But more importantly, it'll show you, do you have girls in your troop that have an order that needs approving? Below that, you'll see the troop rewards. So the council will set a date when parents and girls need to select what rewards they want in Digital Cookie. So that's new this year. Girls can select the rewards. If you have multiple rewards at a reward level, like 150 packages, maybe you choose from item A or item B, the girl can see those. And if she sold 150 packages, it'll say, hey, you've unlocked a new level. She can select item A or B. If it's not a selection, it'll still say, hey, you've unlocked a new level. And she can go and she can click on the thing that she's earned and see a little bit bigger and see some more details about it. So it's just a way to help the girl as she achieves progress, help her feel successful, because we know it's hard because they don't get their physical recognitions for a little bit after the sale. So this is a way to say, hey, I sold some cookies and I'm getting a reward for that. However, as a troop leader, the council's due date may be March 1st, but maybe you're going to be out of town. So you need to make yours say, February 22nd so that all your selections can be done by the girls. You can pull a report of those selections and enter it in Ebuddy, but you do have the ability to change that date if you need to. So below that, you'll see the same kind of statistics that the Girl Scout sees in terms of all those sales for all the girls in your troop. You will have a little bit different here campaign statistics on how many girls are in Digital Cookie, how many have set up their site, are they sending emails, and do they have sales? Below that, you'll have a section report. So you can pull a report that shows all of the orders for all of the girls. This report won't be in place for your council. There's the cookie badge report. However, you can see if what girls have earned the badges and the pin. And there will be a report below that will show what rewards they have selected. So you can enter those into Ebuddy at the end of the sale. A little glance of the reports are just Excel reports that does give you all the information you need. If you click on My Troop or on that dashboard, it said there's a girl who has an order for delivery, you'll end up here. So if you had a girl who had some orders to approve, you would see it here. You can't click on it to see the details, but it could be a good reminder to contact, for example, Emily's mom and say, hey, it looks like you've got some orders that need to be approved. Do you need any help? Did you know that you had those? Do you have the cookies? Also, if I click see details, this is great. It just shows you at a glance, how are the girls' sales doing, who's on file for her as the parent, and a little bit of other information. So there also is a section for orders. So you can, when you come here, you'll see the orders for your troop link. So the same way the parent sees orders that need to be approved for delivery, the troop site lead would see the orders here that need to be approved for delivery by the troop. Once they're approved, they'll go into the to delivered batch. Also, we'll talk about pickup in a second, but on this page, you can see any orders that need to be approved for pickup or orders that are ready for pickup. So this is a new function this year. You'll see it's titled Virtual Booths on the tab. It's really pickup orders. So let me explain that. So in Ebuddy, you will at some point probably sign up for cookie booths. So you want to work at the Jewel Osco on Saturday from 3 to 5 p.m. Great. You signed up for that in Ebuddy. What's going to happen is that booth is going to show up here. All the booths you signed up for will show up here. You could say, hey, you know what? I would like customers to be able to pre-order cookies and come to the Jewel Osco on Saturday 3 to 5 and pick up their cookies. So it can be quick and easy. Maybe it's going to be a cold, snowy day and they don't want to, I don't want your girls being out in the cold and snow either. Maybe you get to wait inside, but it'll just make it a quicker transaction. So you can check one of these or all of these, and you're going to click Add Pickup Options. When you do that, you can designate the dates that you want the customer to be able to select that cookie booth to have a prepaid purchase at. So maybe your booth is next Saturday. You want to add that pickup location starting that customers can see it now through next Friday, because you want time to approve those orders, because these do have to be approved, just like a parent girl delivery order. So you want time to approve those. And on Friday, you want time for maybe a couple girls from the troop to come over and help pack any orders that need to be picked up on Saturday at your booth at Jewel. So you can designate what time customers see it. Then, so if I were a customer of your Girl Scout troop and I got your troop link, I would see that, oh, I could type in my zip code, which is, we'll say 14711, and it will show me I've got a couple options for picking up at a cookie booth at an upcoming date and time. So customers will type in their zip code, it will show them the booths from your troop, and you go ahead and make a selection, the customer does, of which one I want to pick those up at. Again, you'll get a notification that you've got an order that needs approving, you'll approve it, and you'll pack that order to be ready for pickup. So it is new, there's probably some questions, so we'll get to that in a little bit of time, but it's just going to make it great. We know that in the pandemic, a lot of customers changed their habits and have continued to be strong at click and collect. So you purchase the cookie ahead of time, pay for it, and then you go collect it at the designated time and date. So customers are pretty used to that. In fact, maybe they're going to be going and picking up their orders at Jewel Osco anyway, their groceries. They can pick up their groceries, they can pick up their cookies, 2 stops, and they get all the delicious things. So we're excited to see how that works this year. So what happens when an order is placed with a Girl Scout? Well, the good news is that it automatically is going to transfer back to Ebuddy for you. And if you haven't yet, if you're not immersed in Ebuddy, don't worry, you'll know it like a pro soon. So if a Girl Scout had an order for shipped cookies, for example, this is the Girl Orders tab in Ebuddy, and this is for Girl Sophia M. So she had a customer who purchased 7 packages of cookies. So it's going to show up here. It's going to show how much was due and that the customer paid, and now 0 is due. So that gives the girls 7 additional packages of credit towards her cookie rewards. You don't have to touch a box of cookies. Those get shipped out automatically. The parent doesn't have to touch a box of cookies. The girl doesn't have to touch a box of cookies. You don't have to take any money from the parent because she didn't get any money from any cash or a check from the customer. It all happens online, and it all goes right away into Ebuddy. So you don't have to write it down on a piece of paper and then enter it in. It's already there. Any of your girl delivery orders that happen prior to your initial order date are also going to show up in here similar to this. Well, actually, they won't. They'll show up on the initial order. And so those get taken care of. So if Sophia M. Girl Scout here had 50 packages of cookies that the customers were ordering online for girl delivery. Those 50 packages will automatically go to Ebuddy as part of her initial order. Then you're going to talk to the parent. The parents will say, oh, I've got orders for, an additional 47 boxes of cookies on an order card. You'll add that in, and lo and behold, the girl will get 97 packages of cookies at cookie delivery time, and 97 will be ordered for her. It does change a little bit after initial order. So after initial order, if a customer places an order for girl delivery, you will see it in Ebuddy. You won't see any packages, however. So maybe that parent knew that you had talked to her Girl Scout and she wanted the reward at 150. And you knew there were some, the parent knew there were some customers she hadn't reached out to yet. And she's like, if I order a little extra, I know I can sell those. So lo and behold, she gets some more orders for girl delivery. If we added inventory here, it would give her more cookies than she needs because she already has those in her living room because she ordered extra. So it doesn't give any cookies here. Now, if the parent gets an order for 10 boxes of cookies, she doesn't have those, she would contact you as a troop leader or volunteer. You would give her 10 packages of cookies. You would do it the normal way of add transaction. Those cookies would go into her inventory. Either way, it shows that this is the payment for those cookies. So it's that offset. She had 100 packages of cookies. She sold them to her next door neighbor who paid with a credit card. So it went online and it's going to show $20 less that she owes for those cookies now. So I know it seems a little crazy, but think about it this way. Think about before the initial order, you have an order card, a paper order card. So anything that the customer says, I want to order before your initial order, you're writing that down in a paper order card. So in our computer system, it's just like that, only it's not on paper order card. They're writing it down on the computer and it's going to Ebuddy and getting ordered. After you have your cookies, you aren't probably going to, if you're out delivering with your Girl Scout or their parents out delivering with a Girl Scout, she's not going to, if the neighbor says, oh, I didn't get a chance to order any cookies, do you have any? And she does, she's not going to write that order on her order card. And, maybe she's going to go home and get them, but she's not going to write it down and then go order them. She's got those cookies. So this is the digital version of that. I'm not writing it down of more cookies. I'm going to just take what I have and send it to give it to the customer and get my payment. So it's just an automated online version of that. So the other great thing about digital cookie is that all of the payments that the girl gets or the troop link gets, they automatically go into Ebuddy. So on the payments tab, every single payment for every single order shows up here. So again, not having to run to the bank, whether it's a girl delivery order or a shipped order, not running to the bank, parents not collecting that money, it's already been paid. So it shows up automatically in the payments tab. And on your sales report tab there on the right, it's going to show all of the cookies that were received by your troop, including any shipped orders. Those would show up as an additional packages received. It's going to show all those payments made. And at the bottom, it's going to then show, okay, this is how much you owe. Because you're getting credited in your troop at the full $5 a package, you're not keeping any troop proceeds out because this is all online. So this will let you know, oh, okay, I need to keep this much money out, will be my troop proceeds. And I'm going to, I've got cookie booth money coming in, no problem. And the council is going to ACH out the amount owed to council on the ACH dates there. So again, it's all automated. Don't worry about entering payments. Don't worry about how much you owe or how much the troop owes. It's all going to be in the sales report here. So if on December 11th, you get a parent who says, oh, I didn't get the registration email, the first thing you're going to do is tell them to check junk, spam, or promotions. And you can send them the digital cookie website where they're going to click need help to log in. It will take them through a number of steps, kind of walk them through, try this and this and this. Or what's your problem? Do you have a problem with the password? Did you get locked out? Is there something else going on? So it's really going to be some self-help for the parents to try and get in to digital cookie themselves. Maybe they just need a new email. They're going to enter it if it's not the right email. They'll say, oh, that's funny. And I'm going to check and see what email address is on file. It's going to ask some verification for them. It's going to show them this is the email address on file. Maybe they want to change it. If they're a parent, they can change it here and it sends it to a council to approve it. If they're a volunteer, it does have to be changed in Ebuddy, not here. It does get approved. Or if they are not in digital cookie, maybe they didn't see their information here, they can enter it, the girl's date of birth, the girl's first and last name, and the parent's email. It will also send it to council to approve. And once it's been approved by the council, then they'll have access to digital cookie. So that's your troop leader overview. I do know there's some other resources available that I think the team will talk about in a second, but I'm going to go ahead and hand over the mic for questions.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Heather. Team, as you're answering questions, and I know that you're typing really quickly, are there any specific questions that perhaps you need Heather to answer at this time? And I believe all the panelists can unmute themselves. So let me just make sure.
Angela, it's come up a couple of times. They're talking about entering paper orders on through digital cookie. And if I'm not mistaken, in order for them to do that, they would have to place it as a girl deliver order and pay for it at that time. Is that correct?
Yes, that would be correct. Definitely parents can do that, just to make it a little bit easier, for themselves. We have lots of options, but yes, they could put the order in and just like a customer, pay for the order at that time. Okay. All right.
Came up several times.
No
Sorry.
problem. No, go ahead, Val.
So I think another good question is, a lot of people are asking if they could use the digital cookie mobile app instead of using the paper order card.
Yeah, they absolutely can. They could certainly take that out and take orders on that. The same as you would a paper order card. That's definitely fine too.
I know. I love all the options that we have.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I would put an asterisk by that.
Yep.
The one thing about the paper order card is it does show, the cookies in a little bit bigger than on a phone, and it's got those descriptions. So I might take my order card with me, let the customer take a look at that, and then enter her order as she's telling me what she wants, so that she can have it in her hands instead of, kind of showing her your phone and back and forth. I might give her either the order card or something similar where she could look at those cookies, look at how delicious they are, talk herself in a few more boxes, and then I'd enter the order on my app and take the payment for it.
Yes, excellent. And then some people are asking, for those who choose the shipped option, those customers, will they receive their cookies before the girl delivered customers? And of course, that depends on the delivery agent, right? So there's a chance that those customers will receive their orders, say maybe in time for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely a thought there. Again, any other questions, team, before I switch over to the other screen?
No, I don't think I see any.
Okay. All right, so we're going to keep answering questions, but while we do that, I just want to let everyone know, hey, what's next? So what is next is look for that email that will be coming to you. It's a welcome email for Digital Cookie. And for those of you who are troop leaders, you will receive your Ebuddy welcome email at that time as well on December 11th. And Heather, by the way, is there a specific time that maybe those digital cookie emails will be coming to our parents and volunteers?
4 a.m. Central Time on the 11th. So hopefully you're all still in bed.
Yes, I agree. And just as a reminder, everyone, our cookie program begins in just 7 days. The cookie program will begin December 15th. And by the way, it runs through March 21st. So girls can take orders via their order card. Digital Cookie will continue on through the end of our program as well. So again, a great way for girls to participate in the cookie program. And by the way, we will have or host a cookie chat. Our subject will be digital cookie. That will take place December 15th. Please look on our council website underneath programs where you register for all our programs to look for our cookie chats. We'll be talking about digital cookie, fun things, sharing tips and resources. That takes place December 15th. It is a short session, 30-minute cookie chat. And if you're looking for resources, I know that, Heather's deck was awesome, but sometimes you may need like bits and bytes of how to do certain things, right? So go to gscookiesnow.com. You can go to the cookie seller section. There's resources there. Also the for cookie volunteers section. And in both areas, you will see digital cookie resources, how-tos, and even short, quick videos that are awesome. It shows you how to set up your site, whether you're, a girl or parent, but also that troop link that Heather talked about too. And it gives you more insight there as well. And if you need to drop off, because I know we have 5 minutes scheduled on today's call, be sure to drop your questions to us. You can reach us at 855-456-8347, extension 6722. That's the product program helpline. You can also drop us an email at productprogram@girlscoutsgcnwi.org. Again, we'll continue to kind of go through your questions and answer them. Team, is there anything else specific for Heather at this time? Just kind of double checking there as it relates to digital cookie. I don't think so. Oh, someone asked, can a credit card payment be taken through the app? Yes, you can use it. That way we also have Clover as well, which is a credit card processing app that is free to download. We pay for the credit card fees associated with that app as well. So, team, any other questions? Okay. All right. So what we're going to do now is that definitely for those who need to drop off, feel free to drop off. Heather, thank you as always for your time and presenting all the fun and exciting things about Digital Cookie. Everyone on the product program team will hang on the line for a little bit to go through the questions that you have and answer those. A recorded version of today's session will be posted to our council website and made available to you in a couple of days. So thanks everyone for your time. Thanks for all that you do on behalf of the product program team. We appreciate you and we're excited about this year's cookie program. So thanks everybody.